soundstripe.
Hello, hi everyone. It is me, the lovely Keisha D, and this is your random thought of the day, and this is my co-host, Baby Destructo. I wanted to make sure that I had a chance to do a video today because I have not been consistently uploading for a number of reasons. Of course, before my last video, I explained that I had been going through a few things mentally. You know, this journey isn't easy. It's quite hard and it can be mentally taxing from time to time. So I was going through that, but then also I had a bit of a health issue. Not really sure, had a allergic reaction to something that was just ongoing and wasn't stopping, and had to go see the doctor about it and things. But I'm on the mend. At least I'm chock full of allergy medicine and steroids. So here we are. But anyway, happy Mother's Day for all of those out here who are mothers by choice, mothers who wanted to be a mother who chose their children, mothers who were born their children, mothers who lost their children. Just any capacity, if you have nurtured someone, if you've played a motherly role to someone, however that may look, happy Mother's Day to you. Okay, I had to do a check and make sure that his screeching wasn't too loud for the video. So anyway, like I stated, this is going to be your thought of the day. Want to make sure that I get this out while I have the chance, and maybe sometimes my video will include some co-hosts because I am a mother, but I don't want to have that be an excuse for me not to be able to do what I believe I am supposed to be doing, which is sharing my journey with you all and having the candid conversations about what I'm going through and the steps that I'm taking as I'm learning myself and evolving, and not sure why he feels the need to screech. He's very much happy about seeing himself. So please, you don't have to ignore him, just sit here again. So our topic of the day is going to be an in-depth one. And I do apologize. My random thoughts of the day aren't very random anymore because I do have to put some type of thought into them. But this isn't the random thought of the day that I was going to choose. I was actually going to go in a different direction, and I'm still going to do that one. But this one feels a lot more needed at this time because this is what I'm personally going through in my self-discovery journey. And it's about self-love. Do you truly love yourself? And do you know what that means? And I want you to take a moment to actually think about that question and not just give me or give that knee-jerk answer that we're all so used to giving of, yes, of course I love myself. Why wouldn't I love myself? How are you expecting other people to love you if you don't love yourself? No, I don't want you to give that immediate answer because that's what we're conditioned to say. It's what we're conditioned to do, which is to give the pleasing answer, the answer that we believe everyone wants to hear. And it's not always necessarily true. It's just what we believe folks want to hear. And at this point in my journey, I am not interested in lip service and making people feel good about my truths. And on that note, I can honestly say that up until this point in my life, I have not loved myself. I have not been in love with myself. I have not defined what self-love means to and for me on a personal level. Because it's easy to say that we know what love means. We all get that basic description of love from those who love on us and nurture us and care for us if we're in a capacity where we're given nurturing family and mentors who guide us or whatever. They can give us a basic idea of what love is. We're all born into, well, most of us, let me not say all, but the majority of us are born into some shape, form, or fashion of love. We learn our family love, we use that familial love, we learn our friend love, we learn our just people who are in roles of loving on you. We learn that type of love and care. But it's very rare that we're in a position where we're taught about what self-love is and what that means on a personal, individual level. Because what self-love means for me may not necessarily be what self-love means for someone else. It should be individual. To me, self-love is like a fingerprint. There are no two the same. There are no two ideologies of self-love that are the exact same. There shouldn't be, because we're all individuals. So, absolutely, what I feel like, what love feels like for me, should not necessarily be what love feels like for you. It could be similar, because we're all on that basis of what love should be, but still different at the same time, because I'm me and you're you. And for a very long time, I've just been operating off of that basic term and definition of what self-love, or what love is, not even what self-love is. I've allowed people to love me either the way they want to love me or the way they think they should love me. And I just kind of go along with it because I don't know any better. I don't know any different. I can't tell you how to love me correctly because I don't know how to love myself correctly. I've never been guided through that process. I've never even had the inkling that that's something that I should do. But in this day and time where we hear the terms self-love and self-care thrown out there a lot, I don't feel like it's always necessarily defined completely in a way that is beneficial to you as an individual person, because we can preach self-care and self-love all day as in, oh yes, you need to take time out for you and go take that trip or go get that mani-pedi or go take that nap. And yes, all of those things are part of the self-love process, but do you intrinsically know on a soul level what it means to love you? Not self-love in general. What does it mean to love you? Like, I'm having to go through the journey of figuring out what loving Keisha means and how I can course correct myself on loving myself completely and correctly, as well as being able to course correct those around me on teaching them how to love me properly. I think that is also an important step in self-love, is once you have discovered what self-love means for you, then you need to prepare the others. You need to let other people know what self-love means for you and how they should go about going forward the proper way of loving you, and encourage them to go on their own self love and learning journeys so that they can teach you how to love them properly. It's one thing to be out here saying that we love people, but are you loving people the way that they need to be loved? Are we loving people the way that they want to be loved? Or are we choosing the way that that person should be loved based off of our own beliefs and ideologies and what we've been taught? Because we have so many influences in life where, like I said, you have your nurturers from when you're being raised by other people who have their own thoughts and process and ideologies that they impart upon you. And then you are influenced when you go out into the world, i.e. school, work. Social media is a huge influence nowadays of telling us what love should mean to us, what self-love should mean to us. But it's not giving you, and it's not giving us the actual blueprint of what you and how you truly should be loving. And I believe the definition of love has to start from an inward place. It is very true that you can't expect someone else to love you if you don't love yourself, but you actually have to love yourself. Like, you need to define what that means. And I know I'm being vague, but I don't want to go in complete depth of what that means, because I don't want to influence your journey. I just want to encourage it. And for two, I can't tell you exactly what your journey of self-love is going to be. Your definition may come out to be something completely different than mine is. I am learning what truly speaks to my soul. I am a person who requires certain things in order to feel loved. I need to feel stability. I need acts of service. I am not a big gift person. You can ask anybody around me. I don't particularly care about whether or not you get me things. Not to say that I don't like receiving things. I just don't like receiving generic things. If you get me something thoughtful, like, you would have to know me. I am not a label person. I don't keep up with the fashions, as you can tell. I don't do makeup. I barely do my hair. So I don't need some of the things that society says me as a female should generally like. I don't generally like those things. Not that they're not nice and not great for somebody else. It's just not me. I like comfort things. I like, get me the latest nightgowns from Roses, man. I am forever indebted to you. Get me fuzzy socks. Get me some nice tea wear. Get me those things that speak to my soul. Get those things that tell me that you are paying attention to me, because that is another way that I feel loved. I've gone so long through life being a wallflower, not actually wanting to be that, though. Through my self-discovery, I need to be seen. I need to feel like I am seen. I need to feel like I am heard. I need to feel like I have a voice. And I need to feel that from people who proclaim to love me. Like, I need to feel that on a deep level. You have to express that to me. You have to make that known to me on that deep level, that I see you, I hear you, and respond in kind. That is important to me, which is why those acts of service come into hand and to play with that. Because, again, with me being a person who I crave stability, you need to make me feel safe and secure and stable. And however you want to look at that, I need to feel stable and safe and comforted in your love. I need to feel safe when I'm around you, meaning I need to feel safe from you, and I need to feel safe from outside influences. I need to feel protected. And I need you to do things without me saying or having to tell you that I need those things done. I'm working on my voice. I'm working on becoming more vocal. I'm working on becoming an advocate for myself. I'm working for standing up for myself and saying the words on my heart that needs to be said to people so that they can treat me accordingly and appropriately. But I also need you to hear the things that I don't always say. I thrive in an environment where someone takes the load off. I don't always feel like I need to say something when you see that I am overwhelmed, and the cues will be there. If you see that I'm overwhelmed and I am feeling like I'm drowning and I'm starting to retreat into myself and do what I normally do, which is just devolve into myself and be like, okay, yeah, I just figured this out myself. I just do it myself. I just do it myself. If you see that, I need you to throw the lifeline and be like, okay, you don't even have to say anything. Just do it. And that means the world to me. I don't need to be thanked verbally. I'm not one of those people who feel like you need to grovel at my feet. I do take a lot on my plate for my family. I do it out of love. I don't do it to martyr myself. I don't do it to make any of them feel bad. I just take it on because I know it needs to be done. And I don't require thanks verbally. But I am learning that I do require that acknowledgement. That, hey, you know what? I see that she does a lot. She takes a lot on mentally, emotionally. She deals with all of her issues in kind as well as she can while dealing with her own demons and issues. Let me get up and clean this. Let me get up and do that for her. Let me see if she needs something. Let me just simply ask her how she's doing and is she okay without an ulterior motive. Like, that means the world to me. I don't need you to tell me it or pat me on the back for things. I'm not asking for that. I am simply asking to be seen and heard and loved the way that I wish I have known a long time ago how to express. I feel like I would be in a much better place in my life, just on all levels, had I known how to love me. Because had I loved me, I would not have allowed most of the things that have gone on in my life or happened to me. They wouldn't have happened. But we live and we learn. And again, I keep saying I don't begrudge or bemoan or am regretful of any part of my life, because they all have brought me to this spiritual awakening that I am experiencing right now. And it's a little scary. It's sometimes a little overwhelming. I am much more emotional nowadays. But I feel like it's a good thing because I've gone through life for so long, usually on just one setting. Either I'm just really, really depressed or I'm on autopilot, where I'm suppressing, not allowing myself to feel anything. So to feel things again feels great. So I embrace all of the emotions that I'm learning to allow myself to be present in, allow myself to live in. And for me, this is learning how to love. This is learning how to love me. And this is how I'm going to, as I go forward in the rest of the part of my life, I know how to make sure that others are also loving me the correct way. And then I can teach my children how to be loved the correct way. Not accepting love from people just because that's the love that they feel like giving. No, it's okay to stand 10 toes down for yourself and say, yes, thank you for your effort, but here's what I need. And to be in a place where they are only allowing people in their lives who are receptive to that, so that they can get that healthy love going forward, so they don't have to flounder through the years of trying to figure it out. Yeah, they're still going to have to make their own decisions. Yes, they're still going to have to go through their own experiences, but my hope is for them to learn early on what loving themselves means to them. Like, really. Not, again, giving that knee-jerk answer of, oh, I love me because That's what we're supposed to do. No, 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 no. Do the work. Dig deep. Figure out those childhood traumas that colored your ideas of what love were, or not even just traumas. Just uncover those different scenarios in your life that gave you that basic ideology of what love is and what love is supposed to be, and then start to restructure that and make it personal, so that when you say that I love me, like, it'll show. Your whole aura will glow. Like, it'll just be a light that shines. Like, people will intrinsically know that she really does love herself. He really does love himself. They love themselves. I want that. Because that's the point, y'all. We learn so we can teach. We teach so we can all grow. I know this video is going to be a little long, and I apologize for those who have those short attention spans like me, but I did not, and I won't edit this one down. I need this to be a topic that you honestly give some good thoughts on. Maybe do a little homework on it. I am starting a journal myself of what I am standing and believing God for this year. And one of my goals is to have true love, starting with me. Loving me is very important. Loving him is very important. They go in hand for me. Loving me means that I have the courage to hope. I have the courage to have faith. I have the courage to put one foot in front of the other, even when things don't seem like they're going to go the way I think they should go. It doesn't matter. Loving me means that I believe in me, that I'm standing up for me, that I'm not going to put myself in harm's way or allow anyone else to put me in harm's way, because I matter to me. And y'all don't know how important this is for me now. I matter to me. I'm loving on me. I am learning to love me at a deeper level so that I can show others how to love me. And if that's not something that they can understand, it becomes a them problem. Anyway, I thank you all for sticking around as long as you did. If you made it to this point in this video, thank you sincerely. I hope you get something out of it. I hope you have that conversation with yourself. I hope you have your conversation with your kids as you're being loved on today, with your family as you're being loved on today. Let the greatest gift that you get today be loving you and teaching everyone else how to love on you, and then loving on them. Let it be just one big old love fest. All right, y'all, that's it. As always, like, comment, subscribe. I hate doing this at the end. It feels like I'm begging. So it just is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you'd like. Thank you for sticking around. I appreciate every last one of you who watch my videos and consume my content. And thank you for my subscribers. And hopefully we'll grow and we'll keep learning, and we'll create this community that I have in my head where we can all just be healthy, loved, happy, joyous people. As always, be kind to you and give yourself some grace, and then be kind to somebody else. It's been great. I'm gonna catch you all on the other side. Bye.